Hello, everybody, and welcome. As we like to do every week, we like to take a look at the past week's market activity and then, of course, bounce around the market and look for something to trade. Well, I know, again, broken record, 4 months. The market's been going straight up. Volatility is obviously way down here. All good if you obviously own a lot of stocks in the market. It's been on a tear, so that's great for us. But as far as trading, we try to find high volatility to trade if we can. Again, if it doesn't exist, we'll look for like the relative highness, not 50, just whatever number works. But for now, these indices are, basically tearing off and volatility is low. So we're going to stay out of making a trade in them right now. This is the S&P 500 where we always start. This is the NASDAQ. Similar picture, a little bit higher volatility, but again, it's only like 11. The other one was 8. The IWM, which is the Russell, similar picture again, low volatility down the eights. Again, broken record looks the same. So, what are we going to trade this week? Well, just because the market is on one steady rise up and volatility is low doesn't mean the whole world is doing the same thing. And it turns out oil is not doing the same thing. This is oil. This is USO, which is an oil ETF, just like SPY is a S&P 500 ETF. This is the ETF for oil. You can see this has been a bumpy ride, and in the last week it's taken a big dive, and that meant volatility has spiked. So this is up here now way at 2020, which compared to the market, which is only like 8 or 9 or 10, is twice as high. So relatively speaking, that's high volatility in my world. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to do an iron condor because it's been in this range for months. But because it's down near the lows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to skew this iron condor upwards, which means I'm going to put the put side closer to the stock price than the call side. I'm going to basically leave it room to go up. So yes, it may continue down over the next couple of weeks, but my assumption is that over the 45 days or so I'm going to make this trade that it may down, but it'll bounce back at some point and come back up and back into this range. And I think there's a higher chance, this is again my assumption only, you might have a totally different assumption, but my assumption is there's a better chance it next 45 days it goes higher. So I want to leave room for it to go up, and I'll bring the put side again closer because I think the downside move is hopefully nearing the end. Again, all these are just my assumptions. I know nothing. Nobody knows anything. It's just you have to make an assumption to make a trade. So how do we do this? Well, if you go to the trade page, we'll see this is at 47 days. So tomorrow will be at 46, and 45 is our perfect wheelhouse. So this is the perfect wheelhouse for a trade. I already set this up to save us the trouble. And here's what I want you to notice. This is about 72. So I'm selling the put at 67. So that's about $5, just a little less than $5 away. But I'm selling the call up at 79, which is over $7 away. And this is what I mean by skewing the iron condor. The put side here is closer to the stock price than the call side. My assumption is I'm leaving it room to run up. So that's my assumption. Skewing it to the upside, they call it. Bringing the put side closer, moving the call side further away. So the stock is here. These are our strikes. Sell the 67, buy the 65 to make this a $2 wide put vertical. Sell the 79, buy the 81. And as long as we're collecting at least 66 cents or more on this trade, and we are, this is our trade for tomorrow. So assuming everything stays the same, things open up here, we're going to go around $5 down, around $7 up, create a $2 wide iron condor, and make sure we're collecting at least 66 cents or more in USO, which is oil, and that is our trade for tomorrow. Hello everybody, just a quick break in the action here to make you all aware of the courses I have available on Udemy, which are these 5, but more importantly to let you know that these 3 right here are a 3-part series. So if you're anywhere in the mix here, now you know that Understand Options Completely is part 1, Basic Option Strategies is part 2, and Make and Manage is part 3. So you can start or continue at any level you like. The bottom 2 here can be taken at any time. They are just independent courses. If they interest you, please go ahead and take them. So you've got some knowledge now, and we know knowledge is power. But really, knowledge is only power if you use it. Otherwise, it's useless. So how do you take all this option trading knowledge and turn it into actual income? And the only way to do that is by actually trading options. As someone that's gone through the process, I know that making real trades is scary for many reasons, not the least of which is, where do I even start? I mean, there's so many roadblocks to making trades. What stock should I trade? What direction should I choose? Which options am I buying or selling? The list seems endless, which is exactly why I created my option income alert system. So don't you think you'd be a little bit more comfortable and confident if I was right there by your side making trades with you? Where now I will be there with my real-time alerts. You'll trade side by side with me in real time as I tell you what trade to make, why we're making the trade, and more importantly, how to make the trade correctly. But making the trade's only half the battle. When to close the trade is just as important, so you'll get those closing alerts as well. Listen, you've got the knowledge now, so let's put it to use. So how do we turn your knowledge into actual income with as little risk as possible? Well, the way we do that is by offering up the option alert for only $1 for the first month. Now, the option alert itself is going to send out 2 to 3 trades in real time as I make them via text or email directly to you. And as I close these trades, you'll also get those closing alerts in real time as well. Now, if you want an even better opportunity, the Option Pro, which is the exact same alert service as the Option Income, offers up all the content I've ever made, courses, webinars, etc. Over $2,000 worth of options courses for only $19 for the first month. So the way we're going to sign up for either of these is by going to sharpertrades.com, clicking on the products section. Both of these alerts will show up. Depending on which one you prefer, you'll type in these coupon codes and you'll either get the option alert for $1 for the first month or the Option Pro for only $19 for the first month. Look forward to seeing you all over there soon. Take care.